5 brutal horror manga recommendations. Hello, I am Thomas with the Uri, and this is our first effort with YouTube. Today we will explore 5 horror mangas as recommendations. Starting, Spiral. Where to begin? The most famous author of horror manga in Japan, Junji Ito. With his prolific portfolio, it is hard to recommend from the sheer amount of quality works he has done. But I will settle with his most acclaimed of his series, Spiral. Here we have a usual quaint seaside town in Japan which succumbs to the shape of a spiral in a variety of horrifying ways. It is like the geometry is imbued with a mystical force. The town itself collapses into a disaster from this phenomenon. This is a beautiful homage to Lovecraft for the sense of dread seeping across the town. This will soon, by the way, have an anime to be accessible to wider audiences. I'm definitely excited over that. Number 2 on our list, Monster. As an exposition into dark psychologies, this is a Germanic Cold War thriller that descends into the madness of people and their worst vices, in the vein of Apocalypse Now. As Death Note explores ethics, this explores morality and challenges developed characters through the beyond good and evil proverb, if you stare into the abyss looks back at you. Who is a monster? How are these made? And who is to blame? The antagonist is the embodiment of a human evil, dangerously charismatic as he is ruthless. He was socially engineered for destruction and is certainly a catalyst for exactly that. A nihilistic psychopath designed to implode Western values. A moralistic neurosurgeon who saved the life of this Pandora's box has the dilemma of disregarding his principle of any life as sacred to hunt this monster down. This is the most intimate and psychological look at horror in our society, and through the interactions we have. An anime is also available that follows the manga very closely. Number 3. Battle Royale. Classmates are forced to kill each other in their last man standing setup, the ultimate test to people's character. A hypothetical scenario that's inspired many to think how they would behave in such extreme circumstances. The interactions and conflicts underpin this ferocious tale of bloodshed between friends. Loyalties and morals absolutely wrecked for survival. The detailed character development, backstories, and friendships enhance every brutal page as intimate, and the depictions of violence are splendidly realistic. It's predictably full of hormones and a darkly octane adventure of a violent game. This does have a novel and film too as unique perspectives on the whole ordeal. It is fun to contrast the differences, nuances between the characters in each one, and new outcomes for every kill. Number 4. Higurashi. This one features another calm and traditional Japanese village in which all is not as it seems. There are distortions to time, strange rituals, and mysterious murders. This one is strong in Japanese culture and manipulates these practices for occultist overtones, whereby the most innocent affairs may have an insidious agenda. As this is carried from the mystery and occult elements, it is difficult to articulate much of the horror underlying this tale without spoiling the narrative. This has an anime and visual novel, by the way, to complement the series. There are many different timelines of events too to gradually unveil the fascinating mystery of this town, full of supernaturalism. A highly atmospheric piece. I do recommend it, but the media available for the work is extensive, and not necessarily coherent too. Number 5. Gantz. This is brutal as Battle Royale, and the battles depicted are savage as they are creative. Regular untrained people are thrown into a war zone against horrifying aliens who are completely capable of slaughtering their whole team. They are expected to compete against these for a chance to return to normal living. These candidates are unprepared to be at the mercy of savage, unpredictable threats who have such an interesting variety on every new mission. It is a pleasure to see them adapt to survive, and also how their team fares. The carnage ensuing is unforgettable, and the bonds formed only have every loss as tragic. No one is safe in this as with Game of Thrones. Thank you too for everybody listening, and please do visit our Facebook page for more on Asian horror. This is my personal list of brutal series, and every selection here has such brilliant scenes. Body shock is of course an element of horror with its own merit, and violence does have a weight as an aspect. In the future we will explore the most atmospheric or gruesome recommendations for a further variety. Thank you very much for your time, take care, and have a lovely day.